Box speech.
Let's get into it.
They all know the score. Sometimes things go exceptionally well. On other occasions, though, things go badly wrong. I want to turn the clock back 12 years to the night when Nigel Benn of Britain met the American Gerald McClellan in Docklands. It was compelling, it was ferocious, and ultimately it was very sad. Benn stopped the American. Both men ended up in hospital. McClellan sustained brain damage and he has never recovered. Next weekend here in London, boxing does its bit for the G-Man with a fund-raising dinner for him. Nigel Benn will come face-to-face with Gerald McClellan for the first time since that night, February the 25th, 1995. Gabriel Clark starts his report with the thoughts of Nigel Benn.
I don't know how I'm going to react when I see you. I might break down and cry. I just don't know how I'm going to be. I really don't know. I actually dealt with it, but then I realised when I saw that, no, I haven't dealt with it. There's a lot of issues that I have to kind of clear up with myself that maybe to set me free.
Come on, G-Man. I hear you, G-Man.
I can do it all.
It's the fight of the decade.
Without a doubt, you can't box.
I ain't going to lose no sleep over it.
I hear you, G-Man.
By 27, Gerald McClellan was a double world champion at middleweight. A fearlessness came naturally. Pit bull terriers were his first love.
It's a miniature Mike Tyson.
What a handsome fella. And stripped off, he was like a wedge. He should have been one of the greats.
It was the G-Man's first fight at super middleweight. Stan Johnson led his corner team. McClellan had fallen out with his coach, Manny Stewart.
It's the fight of the decade.
It's going to be absolutely dynamite.
I don't plan on being in the ring that long.
Entering the London arena did not scare the 4-1 on favourite.
First round knockout.
And I remember him hitting me. Well, I went back and then he punched me again. And I thought all my ligaments in my neck just stretched and I went out.
I thought, we're going to have a one-round knockout. And I found myself pushing him back. And I'm thinking, what am I doing?
I couldn't see it going past the first round.
To be brutally honest with you, he'll meet a shell of the man he met 12 years ago.
You?
You?
1, 2, make the G-Man get busy.
He's near blind, he's got a little bit of vision. Near deaf.
I have a lot of photographs of you, John. I have a lot of photos of you.
Louder.
I don't know if he remembers Nigel Benn. I really don't know. I don't know if he remembers that fight.
My home is your home, man.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Second round.
Good right hand from Benn. There's the old darkness
Round 2.
It's one of them things that, you know what, I'm not one of them Brits that going to lay down. Proudly British, I'm going to go out on my shield.
I don't think he was the same after that fight.
No?
No.
He gave as much as he could in that fight. You couldn't give any more.
Ben moved to Mallorca 5 years ago. His emotional intensity is now devoted to his family and the faith that's replaced boxing. Something had to.
Sitting in my car, put a hose to my car. 2-time world champion, crying my eyes out. All I wanted someone to do was grab me and say, you're going to be all right.
But you attempted suicide.
Philip. For a lot of things people don't understand. I struggled. And now what, you know what? I come out of darkness, now I'm walking in light. Come on.
£700,000 was Ben's purse for the fight. McClellan's net fee would be $40,000.
Well, I'm convinced that Gerald wanted to quit earlier in the fight. He was struggling with his mouthpiece. He was breathing more heavily, and he was starting to blink.
I'm thinking, you know, what a mistake you've made, getting rid of the people that was working with you. And I'm there. I'm supposed to be the thick paddy watching all what's happening. And I'm thinking to myself, this is organised chaos.
Even when he put me down in round 8, I had to win. I just had to win.
Don't forget the gym.
For the life that I wanted, I had to win. Secure my family's life. Set me free.
I don't plan on being in the ring that long. His boxing career will be over.
You are my favorite fighter.
Set me free. I read an article in a paper that said, we wanted Ben dead, now we want his money.
Someone came a long way to visit you.
It's the last chapter of his boxing past, The Dark Destroyer. He just wants to, close that book.
I think for Gerald's sisters, I think I have to ask him for forgiveness.
3 rounds to go.
10th round. And he's shaking his head. He's going to count him out, isn't he?
I was ecstatic. But I was annoyed.
Yeah, Nigel. No, you listen to me.
Ben going wild.
Charlie brought them over here to bash me up.
Listen to me.
The person I'd like to thank most of all is
Paul McKenna.
Paul McKenna.
And this guy is collapsing at my feet, and I'm the only one outside the corner men who can see it.
It clicks in then that there's something wrong.
We've got a stretcher in here, Nigel.
McClellan was slipping off his stool.
We're going to wrap this interview because we have a serious problem with Gerald McClellan. Look what the fuck you doing, man. That's enough.
Nigel blames himself a lot. I don't blame Nigel Benn for anything he did that night.
Muslim, come here a minute quick. Take your hat off, please. I say to him, boxing's the only game you can what?
Legally get killed.
Understand?
Gerald McClellan receives no pension or income from boxing. He still loves the sport.
You're my favorite fighter.
Cecil.
You are my favorite fighter.
Mean it?
He wants to be remembered as a champion.
A minimum of 100,000. That's what I anticipate to generate that night for Gerald McClellan.
Whoa.
This reunion of the two of them is far more important than that fight. Much, much more important.
I think seeing him, I don't know. I just want to do something for him. That's what's in my heart.
And British Boxing doing something for Gerald McClellan as well. Tickets still available for that dinner. A night of champions for a champion. London's Grosvenor House Hotel next Saturday night. Call 01992 451 332 or 01689 8850 11 or log on to the Gerald McClellan website, www.geraldmcclellan.co.uk. Barry, a graphic reminder there of, I guess, the danger every fighter faces.
Yeah, how dangerous it was, and I remember that fight like it was yesterday.
We worked together, didn't we?
We worked together on it, and it was such an amazing fight with a tragic ending to it. And being involved in a tragic fight myself, I understand and know the intricacies of it all, and I know what Ben's going through, and I can empathise with him, and he's really going through a metamorphosis. He's changing as a person. He's become a better person, and this is great that boxing was actually helping its own, because we are the most benevolent sport in the world. We will give as much as we can. We don't just give everything we have in the ring, we give it outside too, and I'm really delighted that they're doing this for him.
He deserves every penny, does Gerald
Absolutely.
McClellan.